What is going on, guys? Johnny on the track is back. Pretty successful weekend, I think, last weekend. We had obviously the Kansas race. Christopher Bell started on the pole. And if you remember, I told you all bet on Christopher Bell to win that pole. I also told you to bet on him to win the race. Um, that didn't happen. He was one of the fastest cars, led some laps, had a really good finish. So I told you watch him top five, top three. I think he finished fifth. So hey, he was on the pole. I told you to watch him. I think we should watch him again this weekend. But anywho, JGR had the day. It was their day. Obviously, 23-11 came out as the winner. But all four of JGR cars finished in the top 10. Kurt Busch, another Toyota, finished in the top 10, and Bubba Wallace, another Toyota, finished in the top 10 as well. So all Toyotas finish in the top 10, which is crazy. But, like we said, Toyota and Ford have dominated Kansas for a while. So, this wasn't surprising. Was it surprising that Kurt Busch, the 23-11 car, won? Probably. That was surprising. But, the Toyotas just seem to have a knack for this track, and we saw it on Sunday. So I think overall we had a pretty successful weekend. I hit on that big bet for Christopher Bell, hit on a couple other ones for Bell. Reddick didn't do so hot. Keselowski, we talked about, didn't really do so hot. He was okay, but didn't really do so hot. But again, we looked at JGR. I told you to watch for those guys. And they were all right there and all had good days. So can't complain with that. I think we had a good week. But we'll move forward this week. Best bets and drivers to watch for at Texas Motor Speedway. We've got the All-Star race this week. And let me just real quick go over who has already qualified for the race, and then I'll take you through the race format. So in terms of guys that have already qualified, AJ Allmendinger, Eric Almirola, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Chase Briscoe, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Michael McDowell, Martin Truex Jr., and Bubba Wallace, all race winners and last year races winners, and then past All-Star winners as well as race winners this year. That's how Briscoe and Chastain are in. So those are the guys so far. And then the format will go as follows. So the stage one winner, stage one is 25 laps, and then the stage one winner starts on the pole in the final stage, as long as he finishes 15th or better in stages 2 or 3. Stage 2 is 25 laps. The stage 2 winner starts second in the final stage, as long as he finishes 15th or better in stage 3. Stage 3, another 25 laps. That winner starts third in the final stage, no matter what. There's a special stage break for the pit stop competition in the middle of stage 2 and stage 3. Every team must perform a 4-tire stop. The team with the shortest time on pit road wins the pit crew award, and that driver will start 4th in the final stage as long as he finishes 15th or better in stage 3. And then we move to the final stage, which is 50 laps. Again, the stage 1 winner will start first. The stage 2 winner will start second. The stage 3 winner will start third. The pit stop competition winner will start 4th. The winner will get $1 million. If there is no natural caution between laps 15 to 25 of the final stage, the NASCAR will call an all-star competition caution. I don't know why. I actually think stage 1, 2, and 3 in that format, although it's kind of crazy and confusing, I actually think it's pretty decent. That at the end, why we need a stage break, that to me is, well, that's nonsense. We don't need that. But so that is the format. So basically, look, guys are going to be driving hard stage 1, clearly, because if you finish well on stage 1, you're on the pole. And then they'll kind of coast it for 2 and 3, keep their car fresh for the final stage. I guess it'll be hard racing in all stages, but I think you're going to want to start on that front row, that first position. So I think that first stage we're going to see some really good hard racing. I think Texas is gonna deliver, guys. I really do. I mean, Kansas and Vegas, the two intermediate tracks we've had so far have been amazing, absolutely amazing. So I wouldn't I wouldn't see Texas being any different than those two. I think Texas is going to put on a really good show. I think the All-Star race will put on a good show. So yeah, let's now get into what we're looking at. So if we remember last year, Kyle Larson won the All-Star race last year in an even crazier format. He then dominated the playoff race at Texas as well. In the All-Star race, it was actually the Penske Hendrick show. So all three Penskes and all four Hendricks finished the top 7 for the All-Star race last year. Penske really hasn't seen consistent speed this year. Only the the 2 wins, but really, I mean, you take away the Daytona 500. Joey Logano's got the only win on a track where you really can measure speed. I'm not really looking at Penske this weekend. Look, I think the way you look at this is just what team right now has been the fastest on intermediate tracks, and that's been Joe Gibbs Racing. They've been the fastest, plain and simple. Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch battling it out at Vegas, if not for a late caution to go overtime. They take 4 tires. The Kyle Larson and Alex Bowman take 2 tires. They get to start up on the front row, and just the JGR guys couldn't get back up there. So, overall, and we look back at Kansas, JGR was fast, Toyota was fast. They have been the fastest. They've shown the most speed at the intermediate tracks. And on top of that, they're coming off a great week. So even with all that being said, something's telling me a Hendrick Chevy's going to win this thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but just something tells me that a Hendrick Chevrolet, probably by the name of Kyle Larson, is going to go back-to-back to win this thing. He had a really, really fast car at Kansas, and he lost. And I think he's going to come with a little revenge, get that $1 million, and we're going to be reminded that Kyle Larson is still one of the best guys and one of the championship contenders this year. And I know I just went through that JGR has been the best at these tracks so far. They've shown so much speed coming off an amazing, amazing weekend. So I wouldn't count out JGR. I would actually put some bets on Kyle Busch, who's just really locked in. And at this point, he's had a really, really solid stretch recently. So I would say Kyle Busch. And then I would say Christopher Bell. And I know I rided him a lot last weekend, but I would keep it up with Christopher Bell. I think he is due for a win at a track like this. He's just had too much speed. He had the fastest overall lap last week at Kansas. The early troubles with his tire. He had some long pit stops. He really couldn't get the track position back, get that clean air that Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson were able to get when they had the track position. But I would look at Kyle Busch and I would look at Christopher Bell. But again, something's just telling me these Hendrick Chevys are going to come up and show out this weekend. So I look to Larson. He's going to probably be my favorite. I would then just below him probably put Alex Bowman for the fact that he won Vegas. I think, he had a pretty fast car last weekend and a fast car at Vegas, fast enough to win. Byron, same thing, had a fast car at Vegas. So I don't know. I have the feeling, and I can't tell you I'm going by JGR clearly has the numbers right now to back it up, but just the gut feeling is leaning me towards a Hendrick Chevy. Those are my top. So I would go Larson, Bowman, Byron. I'm kind of fading Chase Elliott. If you want to put something on Chase, that's fine. I'm going to go Larson, Bowman, Byron, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, in that order. as guys I think you should look at, play a little top 5, little top 10, put wins on those guys. And then the under the radar pick that I have, and he actually hasn't qualified yet for the race, but I'm looking at Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon has been fast at just about every type of track this year. Um, I expect him to win one of those open races and get in. I actually think both RCR cars will do that. Um, and I think once Austin Dillon is in, watch out. I mean, he really likes this track. This is a track that he won at 2 years ago. And he's a guy that we've seen speed with RCR. We've seen speed with Austin Dillon. I think if he can race his way in, he's going to have some confidence, feel like he can run with the big dogs. They invert a lot of the lineup, I know. So I listed off the format of like where the stage winners go, but I know they invert a lot of the lineup. So, in that case, at some point, if Austin Dillon makes it in this thing, he's going to be racing at the front. And I think he'll come with a good car, and I think he could top 10, top 5, top 3. I think that would be a guy to look for under the radar, kind of sliding under the whole thing. But he has to get in. He has to qualify in. We'll see if he can do that come Sunday. But like I said, this is going to be a great race. It's a pretty decent format. I'm okay with the format. I still think NASCAR needs to figure out, just like, make it simple, please. I mean, we don't need all this crazy crap. It's an all-star race, $1 million, pit crew competition. That stuff speaks for itself. We don't need all this other crap involved. But again, one more time, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, William Byron, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, my under the radar pick, Austin Dillon, is what I am looking for. And I think it's going to be a great race, like I said. So there it is. Those are the best bets and drivers to watch for at Texas. I want to know what you guys think. Please put your picks in the comments. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and thanks for watching.